guys, how's it going? Before I get started, I got 10 new subscribers yesterday alone. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Keep it going. Spread the word. Tell your buddies. 51 GMC pickup truck. We're doing a complete total build on this thing. So if you don't want to miss any of the steps, you may want to hit that subscribe button and the little bell, and that way you won't miss a thing. This thing's going to be here for a while. I'm figuring probably a year, to be honest with you. It's a major project. She's pretty rough. As they say, rougher than a stucco bathtub. But you know, if you've got an itchy ass, maybe a stucco bathtub's not a bad thing. Anyway, pretty much, look at that green. Is that ever nice? It's a kind of a cross between lime green, olive green, and buzzard puke green, I guess. It's so ugly, it's cool. But we're gonna walk around the whole truck, show you some of the things that jumped out at me right away. Yeah, then we'll come up with a plan as to what we're doing, and we'll go from there. So you know, I'm sure you guys have some ideas of your own. Don't be afraid to put comments down below, and you know, I'll check them out. I've already had a few people tell me, you know, hey, just get it running and drive it the way it is. It's way beyond that. I mean, the floors are gone. The cab is kind of spread open. So yeah, there's a ton of work. This thing isn't, you know, do a brake job, get it running, and take her down the road. Not gonna happen. So total teardown, total rebuild. Stay tuned. Hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell, and you won't miss a thing. So yeah, I'll get the camera off the tripod and we'll walk around and check this thing out. Okay, so this style of truck was made from 47 to 54, even into early 55. They switched in the middle of the year or early in the year to a different style, newer style. GM touted these things as advanced design, and there's a couple of things that jumped out at me right away. I've got a Ford here from the same era. This is 51. My Ford is a 49. So we'll just show you a couple of things that are different. On the Ford, the front is pretty flat. You know, it's almost a slab. The windshield, also flat. It's sloped back a little bit, but it's flat. Got the old external door hinges. And, you know, the bottom of the door is basically just square and flat. You know, nothing fancy. But if you take a look at the GM, you know, the nose kind of comes out to a peak, a little bit more stylish, I guess you could say. Also, the windshield, almost sort of aircraft style, peaked in the middle. It's actually a two-piece windshield, but you know, probably less wind noise and stuff like that. And you know, the door hinges are concealed. They're inside, so much smoother look. And you know, the doors are rounded underneath. So yeah, there's quite a few differences, and it does look a little bit more modern compared to the Fords. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, we'll check this out. They came basically. Oh. Don't tell me the latch actually works. It does. Big straight six. Basically the same engine they were running in the late 20s. They got a little bit bigger in cubic inches. Good motor. They had a lot of low-end torque. You know, they kind of bulletproof. I mean, they ran them for, geez, 30 years, and you know, I'm pretty sure they had all the bugs ironed out. This one's seized, so at this point it's a boat anchor, but there may be parts on it for somebody who needs some stuff. If you do, put it in comments below. Let me know what you need. Whatever I can sell off of this, we'll go back into the build. So yeah, let me know if you need something. Everything's complete. The only thing that's pulled out of it is the rad, and it's sitting in the interior. I think that's why this thing was parked. Probably blew a rad, overheated it, shut it off, and it never got back on the road again. Grill is tough, rusted through, you know, stuff like that. But I think we're going to go with a new chrome grill. The bumper, yeah, we're not straightening that. It's a mess that I'm missing. Part of the bumper bracket, like on this side. So I'm missing the inside piece. The fenders, I mean, everything looks really crusty, but you know, the whole lip here is good, and that's the main thing. I think these fenders are savable, both of them. The cowl, however, major rot. I mean, this thing is soft. It's going to have to be replaced, probably from, you know, here down. The doors aren't bad. The doors I think I can save as well. And even the box sides are pretty good. You know, the floor, well, not so much. I mean, all these braces, I'm going to have to put all new stuff in here, new steel. I'm going to have a wood bed. Fenders, rear, there's been strip all the way around, you know, riveted in. So I'm thinking that's rotten on that whole edge. May try and find better rear fenders, but you know, I can fix these. Back here, we've got a Chevrolet tailgate, and it is rough. So we want to get a GMC tailgate anyhow, so that's fine. Yeah, and you can see here by that door gap, the cab is, like I said, it's spread open, and that's because there's basically the floor is rotted out, along with the cab mounts. So this fender as well, you know, there's some cool lettering on this thing. It's neat. Established 1924. What else? The hood's pretty good. It's got a few dings and dents in it. And check out that door. Is that cool or what? Too bad we're not safe in that. But again, it's pretty good underneath. The inside needs a little bit of work. This fender is been patched as well, all along that inside edge. So yeah, rear fenders could be an issue. And that tailgate that's a wall hanger, man. That's not really savable. What else? Okay. Oh yeah, this got hit by a tree. so it's smashed in here pretty good. That's gonna take some serious metal work. But you know, I had a 48 Ford that had a tree fall almost dead center, and it had caved the roof right in, and I managed to fix that, and it came out good. So I think we can fix this. So yeah, I'll get into the interior in a second. Just gonna switch up cameras. Okay, so the interior, it's complete. It's got the seat, and well, the headliner's kind of fallen down, but it's in there. And you can see what I mean by the floor is rotten and the mounts, cab mounts. So it's going to need braces and floor pans. Toe board's gone, same as the other side. It's rough. The whole floor is going to have to be changed. And you know, we're going to have to build a transmission tunnel anyway, because I'm putting in a turbo 350 automatic. So yeah, So I mean, you know, the dash, everything's there. It's just everything looks crusty and crappy. But you know, nothing that can't be fixed. Doors on the inside, yeah, there's some issues here. Yeah, we got some rust repair for sure. But once we get all these panels out and stuff, see what we got. I'm gonna have to brace this cab from, you know, from here to the other side before I move it. I'm afraid it'll just split wide open. So weld in steel bar on each side, hold it together, and before we dismantle it. So that's the interior. You know, all the glass is here. So you know, we can, it's flat glass, so I can get it cut locally. So glass is no issue. The crusty mirrors, they're going to be gone. See if we can get some new door handles. These are badly pitted. The fuel tank, I am thinking we're going to move that out of the interior of the truck. The tank sits behind the seat, as all these old trucks did that. And we'll put the tank in somewhere down here, under the bed. So then you look at this rear differential. It's a torque tube, one piece. That's coming out too. I have a 9-inch Ford we're going to put in it. I believe I have a 343 gear for it. So yeah, we'll recondition these leaf springs, put the 9-inch Ford in. But again, the frame looks pretty good. You know, it's got a lot of surface rust and some pitting, but it looks solid. So that's the main thing on that. And then under the hood, we're going to go Chevy V8, small block. I've got the engine right here. This is a rebuilt 350. It's a 0010 block. It's a good one, 4-bolt main. And transmission is under the stairs. So we're good there. Yeah, so my next biggest thing to track down is the front suspension. I've looked at brand new, and you know, they're talking almost $3,000 just for the front end. So I'm going to see if I can find one a little bit less than that. And I have a line on one that was bought and never used. So I'm going to find out if I can snag that. And yeah, so that's pretty much the project. I just want to get into it and tear it down, man. So I think what I'd like to start with is get the front clip off, get the box off, everything but the cab and the frame. And then I got something I can start working with. I'll just take all the sheet metal and store it out of here for a bit. And then I'll just bring the pieces in as I need them and repair them one at a time. So yeah, let's get after it, man. Okay, there was a little bit of wrestling involved, but you know, I win again. So this bottom pan down here is pretty much gone. But overall, like even the inner fenders are a little rough, you know. Might have to get a couple new ones of those. But the fenders themselves are pretty freaking good. I've worked on a lot worse than these. There's a little hole or tear there, but the big thing is that this outer bead here around the wheelhouse is all there. on both fenders. So yeah, they're decent for sure. The rad support is good. So, and even that top pan isn't bad. So this bottom piece and maybe new inner fenders, but that's not bad. The bad part is here. I mean, half the cowl came away with the fenders. This is supposed to be closed in here. So yeah, there's some serious metal work to do down there. She is rough. And it's pretty much the same on both sides. So, you know. So that's what we got. What else? Yes, this motor has been swapped out at one time. You can see there's a motor mounts on for the motor, but there's nothing to fasten it to. So it's just sitting on some kind of a mount up here in the front. Oh, don't know what that was, but it wasn't very good. Anyway, so this motor has been swapped out. It's from another vehicle, but it's seized anyhow, like I said. So I guess next we'll prep to get this boat anchor out of here. So that's my next job. Then I guess we'll go front to back. We'll take the interior out next, after the engine's out, and then the box and rear fenders. So you know, it's moving along. Or the frame is really good shape. I'm surprised. It's not bad at all considering how rusty the cab is. So yeah, we got bones to work with. So that's good. That's good. So I'm gonna put this crap outside. You know, couple more months of winter is not gonna hurt these things. They've been outside for 30 years, so I'll just get it up off the ground. But yeah, I'm gonna drag that out now. Okay, now I got a little bit of working room. First thing I'm gonna do is get rid of these shin smashers. I've already hit my shin on it once, so I'm taking them off so I don't do it again, because I will, sure as hell. I've also disconnected the power to the starter for the battery, took the ground strap off, heater hoses are disconnected, no fuel line, any wires that were attached to the cab. So what I've got left is the shifter linkage. It's a 3 in the 3 column shift, so I gotta take that apart, figure out this front motor mount deal, disconnect that, and then disconnect the transmission, and then should be able to pull this sucker out. So I'm gonna dink around with that a little bit, and yeah, and I also got to fish my cherry picker out from the back corner and get it out here. So that's where I'm at, and so I'll play around with this stuff for a bit, and we'll come back when I'm ready. Okay, so last night I was playing around with some stuff here, and I noticed these 2 holes in the crank pulley. I put a couple bolts in there, and I was just curious to see if this thing would turn. Unbelievable. Sitting in a ditch for 30 years. There's just at the very tip of the dipstick, a little bit of oil showing in it. So it's not seized. So somebody needs an inline 6 with a 3-speed standard tranny and the torque tube, rear end, the whole bit. Got the whole drive line. I mean, this thing will probably have to be refreshed, but I bet you it would run. You know, spend a couple hours on it, or a day. It's just not worth it for me, because that's not the plan, and for me to spend the time on it, time is at a premium, and I just can't do it. So I'm going to yank it out and carry on. Okay, so I got on a creeper and crawled underneath this thing. I was going to unbolt the tranny and stuff. There is about 3 inches at least of just crud. It's mud and grease and crap. I mean, it's just caked on there. So instead of scraping that and digging it out of my eyes and all that other kind of stuff, I changed my plan. So in the next video, I'm going to take the box off, get the seat out of the cab, steering column out, and I'm going to tilt the cab on its back. That'll open up everything here, and I could get it from above. It'll be way easier. We'll get the motor and tranny out all in one shot. So yeah, so that'll be next week's video, or probably Sunday. Keep in mind, I am working on the Model A every day as well. You know, I got to get that thing done, painted, and out of here as well. Sooner I do that, the more room I'll have to work on this and my 49. So yeah, that's the plan. What else? Yeah, check. Oh yeah, so I've got this engine. It turns over. It's not seized. I'm going to throw some oil in it and a little bit of maybe tranny fluid in the cylinders. And you know, if somebody needs this thing, somebody's restoring one, motor, the tranny, it's a 3-speed manual, the torque tube and diff and everything. Keep in mind, I'm in Northern Ontario, so if you know, you live in New Mexico, it's probably not feasible to come and get it. So yeah, you know, make me an offer. Whatever I get for it will go back into the truck. You know, I don't want it hanging around here forever because it's a big ass lump and takes up room. So yeah, check us out on Facebook. And you know, if you want to follow this project, because it's going to be ongoing for quite some time. It's a big project and it's a cool project. When, like I said, we're doing everything on this thing. So you know, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell. That way you won't miss a step along the way. And I think it'll be cool. Yeah, and if you don't do anything else, get out in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.